Ashi single leg X guard concepts today. Today we're just gonna start with our butterfly Ashi entry and off balance, and then we're gonna be building from this flow. So I'll start supine with butterfly hooks. My partner's standing above me, and I got my ankle grips right here hooked up. Now these are active, these are not passive, so I gotta have some kind of connectivity here. I just can't be, you know, loosey-goosey, right? So if I'm going entering on my left side, I kick my left foot through, I swivel, and then instead of entering all the way to X, today I'm just gonna attach myself to this near side thigh and hip, right? So my foot is inside of his leg, my knee behind his knee, so that way when I lift and influence this, I can put his hands on the mat, all right? Lane is just gonna regain his balance. I go back to square, and then I hit the same kazushi on the other side. Again, I'm lifting, I'm picking up on his ankle here as well, pushing in the back of his leg with my left foot to put his hands on the mat. I'll hit 2 more. Last one. Boom. And then my partner will go. Any questions? On 3, 1, 2. Same entry, we're just gonna keep them down once we break them down, right? So we're gonna transition to just like an X guard back take or a wrestle up, whichever you're fancy. So I enter, get my hook, I off balance, right? And this time, as soon as I get his hands on the mat, my bottom hook is gonna turn into a bottom post, right? And I'm not gonna overdo it here because we're training, but I'm just gonna be pushing his leg out this way. We're just gonna put his knee on the mat. Boom, and then I just keep it in place. Again, this top hook has to be active. So if I relax here and he can put weight on this knee, he can start trying to run away from me or build base or kick back into me or however he defends, right? So when I'm leaning to my right hip right here, gotta keep this foot active. I trap the knee, underhook the leg, all right? And again, I can wrestle up here. Bottom foot is always the post foot, I leave it, all right? Or I can keep going and come up to the back. Got my spacing, kick, swivel, connection. I start my off balance. I get his hands to the mat. My bottom hook turns to a bottom post. As I'm pushing his knee to the mat, I'm always rotating towards this hip. All right, trap the leg, underhook. If I'm gonna wrestle up, I'm circling up my bottom elbow. Right foot's the post foot always, and then I should be able to just stand in base here. To collect. One more time, this time I'll go to the back. Kick, swivel, connection, off balance. Stomp, put his knee on the mat. This time I keep it going. Coming up to the back. We good with this one? On 3, 1, 2. So this is off of that misdirection arm drag we've been working. All right, so again, I'm gonna initially grip on the hand that I don't wanna drag, right? So if I wanna drag his right arm, I'm gonna make a connection on his left hand. I'm just going 2 on 1. Generally what I'm looking for is I'm trying to bait this reaction right here, right? He's gonna try to strip it with his outside hand. I then take my outside hand to his tricep. Right, I take my left foot out of the hole because this is the direction that I'm going. And reason being is that I always like to have the wrestle up option first. I see a lot of people drag into this shin to shin. For me, that's a little more difficult and a little less control. I would love to come here first, make my connection, and then get my shin to shin. So that way I'm ensuring that his knee is to my chest. Right, and I can always wrestle up from here if I need to. All right, but we're gonna enter into the legs. So I'm rocking to my right side. So I'm gonna leave this tricep, rock, elevate, Ashi first, then butterfly Ashi. All right, I attach my hips. All right, and then I'm gonna go to my primary version of control. And then it's just that same sequence that we just ran. We're just adding a little bit more movement at the top end. 2 on 1, he goes outside, I go outside. Left foot out of the hole, butt scoot and drag as I'm turning the corner. I get my shin to shin connection, rock and elevate, pit stop, and then I start working. Boom. Push the knee to the ground. Trap. Underhook. I'm staying curled up here. Shrugging. One more time. Oh. Shin to shin. And I'm not going backwards. I'm just going down to my right hip to elevate. Boom. On 3, 1, 2. From the top position, right? So we're going, Lane's gonna go Ashi. And we're gonna do this bolo back take we've been working on. Now, when we talk about defense, of course, we know that prevention is the best method, all right? If I can prevent something from happening, I don't have to defend it. But it's all about recognizing patterns so that way we can manipulate or disrupt the pattern, right? So the pattern is just gonna be him hipping up to Ashi. He's gonna do 3 entries. 1, 2, now I know it's coming, so I wanna meet him there, all right? My top hand is grabbing right here around his big toe, and I'm not really stripping and wiping right here because I wanna kinda keep this foot in front of me, all right? A lot of times if I give him athleticism, he's going right to X, and now I'm caught in the web, right? I intercept, and I'm pushing this knee down. I wanna slide my left hand up as close to his ankle as possible because this is gonna get me close to the foot line. Right. He finds me with his feet. Everything else is just like, you know, reinforcement of what his feet find. So if I can find his foot and keep him from making that connection, I'm doing good. We tracking so far? Once I intercept, I'm in my squat position. I start back stepping towards the leg that he has control of. So if he has my right leg, I'm gonna back step towards my right. All right. Now my heel is poking up here. My toes are heavy in the ground. If he grabs this heel hook, he doesn't have any leverage unless he can scoop this foot inside. All right, so I have to be diligent about keeping control of his right leg. We good with this? I'm anchoring down, and then I'm gonna go in front of the foot and behind this leg. All right, last week we was waiting on them to rock us. This week I'm gonna load up my own athleticism. I'm gonna step back, hands on the mat, and then my windshield wipe, both of my legs gotta go over here. Once I do this, I just roll to my left shoulder, up to the back. Again, pattern recognition. 1, 2, 3. Try to meet him. Make sure I get control of this foot. Make sure I get control of this connection. All right, and then I start back stepping. 1, 2, 3. Hook in front, behind, hand to the mat, windshield wipe my legs over. All right, before I go, I am diving this left knee down, and I'm keeping my knees pinched together. So now this is my fulcrum, this is my lever. Any questions so far? Last time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
When you do that windshield wipe, are you intentionally putting your knee in the cut position? When we were doing it, when we first started it, I feel like I had to take a second and actually move my knee over because my knee was on the outside every time.
Okay. Right here. So when I do my windshield wipe.
Yeah. Mine kept leaning over here, and I don't know exactly what I was doing.
Oh, this foot's landing right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just probably just overshooting it. Okay. But I want to keep this knee up. This is the one I'm going to dive down. Right. So now when I invert and roll, remember that drill we did the other day?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm landing in that position.
Okay.
On three, 1, 2.